Hey, folks, back here in Studio B. This is Dave, and coming on tonight just for work tonight, just for a little bit to say hi. Oh, excuse me, and to finish my unboxing of my Bankshot Basketball order. And I do have another unboxing. Hopefully, going to get to tomorrow, if not Wednesday. And it's another game that I'm going to be playing here on the channel. But tonight, I want to come down here and let's get my overhead camera going, and here we go. So we have this going on here today. Now, you see my gloves here? Do you know why I'm putting these gloves on? My one complaint about these games is that, the payoff pitch and now the Bankshot Basketball, these cards are so dry. They dry out my hands, and I can do a season, but if I do, more than one or whatever, it just dries out my hands. So I'm going to put this on here, and I did this the last time too on my last order. And it just keeps my hands from getting so dry that these cards just suck the moisture off my hands. Could just be me. Maybe it's me in a medical condition, but I'm going to do that here today. And hopefully I won't have any dry hands. And you know what? I just noticed about this one here. So this is 81-82, all right, for those of you scoring at home. Now, there's something really crazy going on with this one here. I was looking at this, and I was wondering if I got the right season or not, okay? Well, there's something going on with this season that I want to show you guys here. All right. I want to show you guys. I'm going home. Okay, so let's see if we can get this going. I'm already tangled up here. Oh, lovely. Well, let's see here. Hang on. I had to rearrange the studio the other day when I was doing some of my other stuff here. All right, so let me zoom in here just so we can see a little bit. So you can see we have the team cards, again, as you do. But check this out. So I'm going to put the team card over here. I have Anchorage. I'm like, what is Anchorage? And then I have Billings. I'm like, what is this? And then Maine. So I forgot. And then I have Montana. So what I have here, as you see that, is I have this CBA league. So I'm going to put those off to the side too. So anything I don't recognize, so here's San Antonio, which I do recognize, and then Denver. So this is NBA here. But I have the CBA in here. Oh, here's Kevin McHale with Boston. And this is 81-82, if you will. And then we have Lambert's in Cleveland here, right? So he went from Cleveland to Detroit is what it was. So I'm going to put Cleveland over here. I'm going to try to go in alphabetical. So we have the dreaded Atlanta team over here as well. And then we have a Denver again. Oh, there's the Denver Nuggets team card. I still can't find my San Antonio team card. I'm kind of bummed about that. I'm not able to find that. So I have two sets of leagues here. So the CBA, I guess, is I don't know what a CBA is. Again, Maine again. So I'm just going to put the CBA off to the side. So then we have a Golden State, and then we have a Houston and a Kansas City. Alrighty, then I have Milwaukee and New York. I need to leave room for New Jersey, right? So I got a Philadelphia and Portland. And then we have San Antonio and San Diego, Utah, and then this, and then we have a generic card here. Again, sometimes they have the if they played for two teams, they have three cards actually, the two teams, and then that right there. All right, so here's my Cleveland, Mike Evans. So again, this is 81-82, but it does come, and this was on sale too. So I was like, I got a 2-for-1, I think. Is when I got my 82, 81-82. Again, I have this CBA, which I don't know what a CBA is, but I have an extra league to play. The Continental Basketball Association. All right, well, that's kind of neat. So I have an extra league to play. And there's my New Jersey, David Burns. And I got my San Diego. Oh, so I do have a San Diego. Oh, is that the Clippers? San Diego Clippers? Let me slide out of the way here so we can see all the cards. Oh, yeah, there it is. Continental Basketball Association. If I can get that to focus in. There we go. So the Continental Basketball Association. Yep. So I have that. Right? So I do have the Continental Basketball Association. So that'll be fun. I probably won't know anybody. But you know me. I love my crazy leagues. So we have Kansas City here. And then we have Alberta. There was a team in Alberta. Look at that. Come on. There's a team from Alberta. Oh, that could be fun. Oh, Atlantic City, Lancaster, Maine. Rochester. My friend just moved to Rochester. So are these all... I guess they're actual teams, right? So I have a whole nother league in here, is what you're telling me. Right? And then I have the generic 81-82 league. So they have that's the CBA. There it is right there, CBA. Pretty wild. So I have the ML car from Boston, and then I got Cleveland and Dallas. Oh, Dallas I didn't leave room for. Oh, boy. There we go. There's Dallas. So hopefully that's all the NBA teams. Oh, Detroit. Oh, I don't have a Detroit either. So let me slide San Diego over here. And then we'll slide Kansas City over here. Alphabetical's always easier. So Denver, Detroit. Sometimes it does go in order here. And I got my Utah, my Washington, Seattle, San Diego. Okay, so this is all the NBA teams now, for the most part. And again, I got a little bit of glare over here, but what can we do? And so, all right, so it's a huge stack over here because I do have the two leagues. So I guess I got a double for my trouble. Oh, Chicago I don't have either. Oh, man. All right, so let's put San Diego down on the bottom line here. San Antonio, and then we'll slide these over. And that'll make room for Houston. And then that'll make room for Chicago. Okay. Now, is that all the teams now? I don't know how many teams there were in 81-82. Indiana I don't have. So Indiana will go here. And I don't have the Lakers either. Holy cow. All right, the Lakers are going to be the last team. How about that? Milwaukee. Do I have Milwaukee? I do. So, all right. So, yes, let me get back here. I lost my chat. Is anybody in here? Barbara comes by. Cleveland baseball fan who's our resident statistician. And Phoenix I don't have either, so I'm going to have to put a Phoenix down here. Wow, there's a lot of teams in 81-82. But I still have another season to go after this. Again, I got a wicked sale, so I don't know if Joe's still having that sale, but I picked up 2 of my seasons on a big sale, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take them. And I'll grab these extra seasons on sale because, anytime you get a sale on printed cards, especially really nice printed cards. Rock Lee, that's going to be an awesome name to play, Rock Lee. So Cleveland Baseball says 81-82 CBA teams. Alberta Dusters. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the Alberta Dusters. And then there's Anchorage Northern Knights. That's an interesting name, the Northern Knights. I do have a team from Maine. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? A team card from Montana. I might have to try the team card thing. I really might. Although I don't have the team card. Again, I lost the San Diego sales. I don't think that was in. I went through every single team twice, and I don't have that card, so I'm going to have to get a hold of Joe. There it is, Larry Legend. Who are they, the Celtics? And Dallas. Kurt Nymphius. And then Detroit. And then Houston. This is going to be a while. So there's a lot of teams here. I didn't realize there was this many teams. I figure if I got an older season, I wouldn't have a ton of teams to unbox, but I guess I'm wrong here. Terry Durod. Remember Terry Durod. Oh, so getting back to Cleveland baseball fan, he says, So it's the Alberta Dusters, Anchorage Northern Knights, Billings Volcanoes, Lancaster Lightning, the Maine Lumberjacks, the Montana Golden Nuggets, the Rochester Zeniths, and Wildwood High Rollers. Okay, that's actually some cool teams. I could see myself playing some of those teams. A double elimination, if you will. A little Philadelphia team card for you. And now there's the Anchorage team, Brad Branson, Atlantic City, Lancaster. Oh, there's a lot of teams. How many teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 teams. Oh, man. So I get eight other teams on top of this to sort out. So that's kind of a decent deal. So you get 81, 82 NBA, and then you get the CBA on top of that. And there's the chief, Robert Parrish. And it's kind of like the 75-76 when I got the NBA and the ABA. That was a nice little surprise. I didn't realize that until after I had ordered. And I was like, oh, I got the ABA too. So now I can play some Kentucky Colonels and Virginia Squires and all that stuff there. I think that's the teams that I got in 75-76. And Portland. In San Diego, Charlie Chris. I wonder if he's related to Peter Chris. Sometimes they are, Sometimes they are. And then we have Ford. And then we have Kansas City. San Antonio. And Detroit. And then a Cleveland. And then a fast break for the NBA. And we got Anchorage and Billing and Maine and Rochester and more CBA teams. Oh, then we have the Alberta team card. Pretty wild, huh? So I have 8 whole teams over here I have to sort out. When I'm done, the NBA, I guess you can never have too many teams. I mean, you can, but you know what I mean. I saw Vinny got his order in today. He did a lot of college. He likes the college, so he's got a lot of college teams to take a look at with his game. We have Milwaukee and New York. Oh, DJ was with Phoenix? No way. I didn't know DJ was with Phoenix. And then we have a San Antonio. Again, these don't stack up very well. Good thing there's only 12 guys on a team rather than the football. When I do the football, it's crazy. And Elwood. Alrighty. And speak of the devil, Vinny's here. He's got his game in, his teams. I'm interested to see what he thinks about this one here. As I'm continuing to unpack my last order. I only did a couple of the seasons there, so now I'm finishing it up so I can get all this stuff put away and I can figure out what I'm going to do for products. Probably I wanted to learn the game, and then I said I'll do some double elimination or something like that. That's kind of neat. The Rochester team card. Different names. All right, we have Charles Bradley. DJ's better seasons. We're with Phoenix. Okay. Did not know that. All right, now we have Cleveland, Dallas, and Detroit. Henderson. There's a Henderson in every league, it seems like, right? And David comes by. Good to see you come by, too. So we're just kind of unpacking here before I go to work tonight. I work the morning, and then I work nights on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's kind of how things go, so I have the afternoon to do some things around here, and then I'm going to go into the rink. Going to a different rink tonight. I hope I go to the right one. I go to the same rink every Monday and Tuesday night, and when they swap it up on me, I get confused because that's what happens. And sometimes I show up at the wrong rink. Washington. Seattle Supersonics. I still miss that team. Seattle Supersonics. All right, so then I get some more CBA. There's the Atlantic City High Rollers. All righty. So that'll be fun to do those teams at the end. I got my bubbly here. Hang on one second. Oh, you can't believe how many bricks you have to... Yeah, I still got one more. I still got 95, 96. You know, again, I got 4 seasons because they're all on sale. And Joe's cards, they're just not expensive. You know, comparably speaking to other companies, they're you know, I still referee tonight. I'm the scorekeeper. Tomorrow night's my league, so I got to run tomorrow night's championship game tomorrow night. So I am reffing tomorrow night and kind of running the whole night because that's my league. But tonight I kind of freelance for a different league, and so I'm just running scorekeeping tonight. So it's actually the finals tonight. I hate the playoffs because everyone's yelling and screaming, and then we have overtime, and so yeah, I will have the I'm scorekeeping tonight, which is fairly when I scorekeep at the one rink, it's kind of nice. I usually bring my headphones, and I'll be watching YouTube the whole time. So I'll be learning how to play a game, or if someone's streaming or talking, or I can catch up on some videos. So I really don't mind the Monday night thing. It's things going out at late at night and going to work instead of going to bed. But yeah, I'm used to it by now, and I really don't mind it. And again, I guess a lot of times if the night goes fine, then I can sit there and I can just listen to videos and scorekeep the game, and then I'm done. Sometimes I gotta take off the headphones though and deal with all the craziness, and then the night gets really long at that point. It's like, holy cow, you guys, this is a long night. So again, I'm just kind of sorting out here. So Cleveland, Kurt Rambis, Kevin McKenna, San Antonio. I should play some San Antonio. Houston Rockets. That's the team card. And the Denver team card. And then we have some more CBA. Oh, here we go. Rufus Harris from your Maine Lumberjacks, right? Is it the Lumberjacks? Rochester, Barry Young, Atlantic City. And now we're back to NBA. Chicago, and Dallas, and Detroit, and Golden State. Hang on one second here. All the lights again, making it hot down here. So I gotta go put that thing on. That thing's great. We put that in last year, and because I'm in the basement, I don't have to put on AC mode. I just put it on like dehumidifier mode, and it hardly costs anything to run, and it freezes it out down here. It does a nice job. That's what my neighbor said. He goes, "Oh, we got one of those. We doesn't cost us anything to run because we never use the AC part of it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Oh, look at this card, Joe. Look at that card. Wow. So on defense, he's terrible. He gives up all that, and on offense, oh, I guess he's okay on offense, but his free throws are terrible. Right? It's like a Shaq free throw card. Unbelievable. You keep your basement 64. Mine I keep in the 60s, and sometimes she'll turn it up when she comes down here to do laundry or something like that. And it gets hot down here. But when I turn on all these lights here for the broadcast, it really I get hot. And I don't mean like hot as in, hey, I'm hot. I mean I'm hot as in like I'm hot. But if you think I'm hot, then that's okay too. Jamal Wilkes. I like to look at the guys here. Although the basketball I don't know much about. Oh, Dr. J I do know, that's for sure. Oh boy, this guy here, Peter Gudmundson from Portland. That's an interesting name there. Spencer Haywood, Washington. And then I have some more. Oh, Jackie Robinson. I didn't know we had a Jackie Robinson that played basketball. And Houston, we have a problem. Phoenix Rising. We have our Celtics team card, our Washington Bullets team card, San Antonio. And then I'm back to this CBA. What was this? What was the CBA? Was it Continental or Centennial or something like that? Yeah, I do remember Jamal Wilkes, you know. And Barbara says she never turns on the heat in her basement, and in the summer it stays 57 to 60, no AC. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, yeah. I'm trying to convince Barbara to come out to D2D-Con 2026. Oh boy, I got Detroit and Denver mixed up now. Denver, and then Detroit. Okay, and then Denver. So they're all getting mixed up here, as they do when the pile starts stacking up here. Look at Barbara. What games, if Barbara comes out next year to Connecticut, what games are we going to show her to play? What do you think? What would Barbara like to play? Well, what are we going to show her? What would be a fun game for her? I'm trying to think what we could show her for a fun game to play. Scott Wedman was at Cleveland, huh? Oh, you can't see him over here. Wedman was in Cleveland. Yes, we could play some chopsticks. Yep, that was fun. Are you bringing that to Ohio? I'm hoping you're going to bring that to Ohio. I'd love to play that again. That was just such a relaxing, fun game. Yeah, that's going to be the new name of the game, Chopsticks. That's for sure. World Be Free. I remember him. I don't remember him with Golden State, but I remember he was with Philadelphia, All right, so, that's half the fun, Bob, is just sitting and chatting with people. It's like people that you've been talking to online for months or even years, and then you get to sit down with them and just like, oh, man, that's you? It's like, yep, that's me. And then you and then everything after that is gravy. It really is. Golden State Warriors card. Golden years. Oh, Anchorage, purple and yellow. So that must have been a Laker team, right? Tree, Rollins, 1-2 Tree. Chicago. And then we have Dallas. All right, we're getting there. Oh, so y'all going to bring chopsticks, okay, to Ohio. Okay, good. I won't need to bring that then. I think I'm going to go mostly football games. I might bring Fuse. I'll bring Fuse. I'll bring the bomb game. That was fun. But we need to play that. We need to play chopsticks. That was really great. We played that last weekend up in New Hampshire at some friend's house, and they're like, "What's this game?" I was like, hang on to your hat," and we had a good time. I lost. I think I finished in last. Chris Ford, I remember him hitting 3-point shots back in that 79-80 series, and he just kept popping them in and just that basically won the game for him. That was when 3 points really just kind of started coming into the league, and he was just dropping them in. And he was shooting that more than Bird. He was like the 3-point guy. He really was. I never finished my stats from the other night. I looked into the app on the iPad for keeping track of stats for basketball. I think that might work if I really, really want to do the whole stats thing. I think it's just kind of, you got to input everybody, but once they're in and you start the game, it's just kind of tapping on the button and letting people know who got what. So I think that might work. if I want to do stats. Sometimes I just want to play the game. I don't have to take forever doing stats. And sometimes it is fun to always look back. There's Kareem. There's Kareem. It is really fun to look back. Oh, Sidney Moncrief. I've heard of Sidney Moncrief. Michael Ray. Walter Davis with Phoenix. San Antonio. San Diego. Utah. I got a guy from Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland. San Diego. I like the crazy teams. I'm going to be playing a lot of Clippers, I think. LA team card. Houston team card. And back to the CBA. That's kind of neat that I have the CBA. Okay, then Tiny Archibald with Boston. Wilkes with Chicago. And we have a Dallas and a Detroit and a Houston. Indiana. Bob McAdoo with the LA. I was going to say the Kings, right? But it's the LA Lakers, I think it is. And we have Mitchell. I still haven't figured out the heave. He's got the heave on his card. I haven't figured out when to use that. Is that, so if somebody scores on the last basket, is that when you just take the heave and just throw it up? I think that's what I did the other night. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you would run out of cards unless you were flipping for a rebound or something like that. So I'm hoping I'm gonna talk to Joe out there in Colorado land and just kind of get a bunch of questions for him and say, hey, I got a bunch of questions for you. Maybe I'll record it too and then make it a show out of it, because that's the thing about these things. You go and you talk to people, you can get answers and talk to them about their game and really kind of get like what's supposed to happen. Well, I got a whole another stack over here that I'm gonna have to go through. Craziness. Oh, and I'm keeping my blank cards. I'm keeping those so I can do things like put the time on it, like I did with the basketball game here when I put the time, so I can kind of slide them in and see what time's on the clock. I kind of like that. That kind of worked out pretty well. Milwaukee. Does Milwaukee still have a team? Are they still the Bucks? Again, that's when I used to watch. It was back in the 80s and not so much beyond that. But a lot of those teams aren't around anymore. Like Seattle's not around. I don't even know if Portland has a team anymore. Oh. I almost dropped Tony Wells from Montana. All right, so here's the last stack of 81-82. Sheesting. Oh, it's Jerry Sheesting over here with Indiana, huh? I thought that was Don Ari. I play too much hockey. Oh, there's the Chicago Bulls card. And I got a league average card. A San Diego card. Now back to the CBA. All right, there's another blank. Yeah, I used to throw out these cards here. Now I kind of hang on to them in case I want to make something out of it. I don't have a printer that prints this small, so I'll print a sticker is what I'll do, and then I'll just stick it on there, as stickers do. And it does a nice job for some things. If you need anything, for the game, you have the same size, which is kind of neat. And JT Dutch, the Bucks won an NBA championship a couple years ago. Okay. And they're still the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Kermit Washington is on those Trailblazers years ago. Okay. And what else do we have here? Golden State. And now we're back to the CBA. Marlon Redmond. I thought it said Mickey Redmond. I got hockey on my mind. I should have played hockey tonight. All right, Danny Ainge. And we got a guy from Chicago, and then a guy from Dallas and Detroit. And this is the last stack, if you can believe it. So we're making progress here. We have a guy from the Lakers, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Phoenix, San Antonio, Seattle. Seattle doesn't have a team anymore, right? That's too bad. I like the Seattle team. Boston, Seattle is always a fun game to watch. because you never knew what was going to happen. All right, so all right, here's Henderson. We played him the other day in my 83-84 game. And then we have Denver over here, and another Detroit, and a Houston, and a Kansas City. And look at this. We are almost done. That actually went pretty smooth, considering. Oh, Lambeer played for 2 teams, huh? I did not know that. I did see that he was on Cleveland. I didn't pick up if he was on another team. Portland, Cleveland, Atlanta, Seattle, and then we have more of these guys over here. Okay. So, let's start putting together these teams here and see what we have. So the first thing I want to do is take all these extra cards. And Seattle is Oklahoma City, says Glenn. Okay. Okay. All right, let me just make sure that all these are just kind of your generic cards, or the whatever it is. The value you get here in whether it's payoff pitch or bank shot with the cards is unbelievable. You get everyone, like it or not, you get everyone, and then you even get a generic card for everybody that played on 2 teams, so you have their average for the season. And that's pretty darn cool. It really is. All right, so I need to start sorting out some of these now. I got my league average over here. So, how about if I do this? How about if I just kind of put, oh boy, I got a mess over here now. Henderson, there's Chicago. So I'm going to put like this. How about if I do that? I'm just going to put these on the top, and then I'll sort through everybody. The San Diego Clippers have been in Los Angeles since the mid-'80s as well. So what is this San Diego team? So I do have the... So this is 81-82. So what do I have here as far as that goes? So what would they be? If they're not San Diego, what were they in 81? So I have a San Diego team here. I suppose when I get to that card, I'll figure it out, right? Washington, Boston, Houston, Utah, Atlanta, Seattle, and some more over here. Denver Nuggets. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm missing some cards. I think I'm missing some cards here. Some team cards. I don't have San Diego. I don't have San Antonio. Unless I put them in the stack by mistake. That's why I go through everything a second time. I'm hoping I'm not missing team cards. That could be a fun way to play. I don't have Indiana either. All right, so I got Washington. So let's go through Washington here. I'm hoping not. I mean, I still got a lot to go through over here. So Washington, Washington, Washington. So this is why I got to go through everything twice. And Washington Bullets in this. Okay, so Washington is all set. So I can put Washington over here. Utah. How about Indiana? See, I don't have an Indiana card. There's a league card. Phoenix. Where is Phoenix? Phoenix is right here, right? Oh, well, this is crazy. I just lost Phoenix. Phoenix is sitting right here. Phoenix is right here. Oh, there's Phoenix over there. Okay. So, and I don't have a Phoenix card either. Portland. I do have Portland. So let's check out Portland now. All right. Oh, Andrew shows up. Hi, Andrew. Portland, 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 Portland. Okay. I don't want to have to go through all these and try to find them. All right, so I don't have a Phoenix. I don't have a Phoenix team card. Do I have Denver? I do have Denver. Again, I'm not done going through these, but I don't like when I can't find some stuff. Yeah, I am going to go check through all of this here again. That's why I do this. I make sure that I don't have anybody in the wrong team. I've never been missing anything, but I can't for the life of me find that San Diego Sales ABA. I've gone through every team and every card. So here's my Denver. So, all right, so I have a few teams that are done. Do I have the Lakers? I do have the Lakers. Again, I still have more teams over here to go through. So LA. Rambus, McKenna, Jamal Wilkes, Magic Johnson, Kareem, McAdoo, that's a good team. And then the Lakers team card, and then the Lakers other card here. Okay, so I have the Lakers now. What else do I have? Do I have San Antonio? No, I don't have San Antonio. I don't have Detroit. Boy, I'm missing a lot. Missing a lot of team cards here. So maybe they're buried. Hopefully they are, because I'm just not seeing them. All right, so Golden State. Golden State. Golden State. Okay, so here's that. Let's see. I don't have New Jersey. I'm missing a lot of team cards, I think. At least I haven't found them yet. Okay, so here's Atlanta, the team that we don't like. We don't like Atlanta. They're too tough to play. Tree Rollins. And then the Atlanta Hawks card, so they're there. Okay. Seattle Superchargers. All right, I got Seattle. Yeah, the sales only existed for 11. I wonder why. I wonder if that's if they didn't have a team card. That's what I'm kind of wondering. So I got to email Joe. All right, so here's Seattle. Oh, this Tolbert guy. I just played him the other day on one of my teams. I don't know if it was Detroit or Philadelphia. Seattle Supersonics. Okay. You need a Bernard King Knicks team. Well, maybe you'll get one. All right, let's go to Houston Rockets. Do I have a Houston? Okay, here we go. Okay, so now here's Houston. Yeah, I wonder if they don't have a team card. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Because, again, 11 games, it's hard to put something together. But they were carded, so I'm thinking that they had players carded, right? So if you got players carded, you would think that there was a team card. I'll email Joe. We'll figure it out. Dallas. I did see Dallas. Okay. And here's Dallas right here. Oh, I like the Dallas card. It's very Detroit Lionish, if you will, right? There's Dallas. And then Dallas Mavericks. Okay. So we have that. Who else do we have for teams here? Cleveland. I have. Okay, so let's make sure that we have all the Cleveland over here. Cleveland, Lambeer. Cleveland. And, Oh boy, I'm not sure if I'm going to get to the other one. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. This takes a long time to do. In a way, it's fun, but in a way, sometimes it's nice just to kind of have the teams already sorted and done for you, you know. DJ was with the Suns. Yeah, I did see DJ with the Suns. I didn't know he was with the Suns. All right, so, boy, I'm missing a lot of these here. All right, so I do have Boston. I did see Boston. All right. I'm missing a lot of teams, unless they ended up in the ABA set, which they might have. But I'm missing a lot of team names here. All right, Boston. Yeah, I know all these guys. Charles Bradley, I didn't know. Tracy Jackson, I didn't know. Fernston, I didn't know. He played 43 games. Rick Roby, maybe. Ford, Tiny, Cedric Maxwell, Danny Ainge, Henderson, the Boston card in that. So we have Boston. Chicago we have. Let's get Chicago over here. But boy, I'm missing a lot of them here. All right, so we have Chicago. I don't know any of these guys. I always like to know at least one guy, you know. All right, and then Utah's the last one that I have a team card for. All these other teams, I don't have a team card that I at least have seen. So, this kind of sucks. So I got to go through all my CBA cards then and see what's going on, right? I have all the color cards, but I don't have the team card. So we'll go through the rest of them here. See if they got mixed in, because they do look like team cards here. Okay. Okay. Let me just go through this and make sure that there's none in here. No team names. What are they doing here? No team names. No, these are all regular dudes. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not done. I still have a whole stack over here, and they could have ended up with the actual teams themselves. You know? So, oh, yeah, see? Okay, yeah, there it is right there. So the Kansas City Kings ended up with the Kansas City team, which is kind of why I go through everything here. So, okay, so I take it that'll be the case. Like I say, you always got to go through it a second time just to double check when you're sorting this out. Yeah, there's Kansas City Kings and there's Kansas City, so Kansas City's good. Alrighty, so there's that. Let's check Milwaukee now. All right, so these are all Milwaukee. Oh, there it is, right there. Yep, there it is. So I just saw Milwaukee and instinctively put it in the pile. Milwaukee looks like a good team here. They had a couple of names that I noticed. Quinn Buckner. All right, here's Milwaukee. And where's Milwaukee? There's Milwaukee. Okay. Now I just need to find a place for all these teams, right? Oh, there it is. New Jersey Nets right on the top. Perfect. Perfect. But I know I've gone through that ABA set several times. And the NBA. So I'll have to ask Joe if the San Diego Sales had a team card. Because I think that'd be fun to try. Because the team card is supposed to play a lot faster because it's not individuals. So I'm going to have to try that. See how it goes. All right. New York Knicks. Yep, there it is. Okay. And New York with the Knickerbockers. How about the San Diego team here? Oh, there it is right there, right? And here we go. So there's the San Diego Clippers. So they were the Clippers in 81, 82. Oh, then they went to Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, that's what somebody meant. Oh, okay. I'm a dummy. Alrighty. You have a few team cards missing from the 75, 76 set. Go through that again. Because the only one I was missing was the San Diego Sales. Alrighty. That's the only one I was missing. Everything else I ended up finding. Okay, there's the Sixer card. I'll go through that set again before I contact them, but I've gone through everybody. And nothing. Nothing at all. All right, so here's that and that. Oh, and this is the, these are the NBA guys. So what I could do is put like this over here with this. So I can put the league average with all these guys here if I wanted to do that. Okay, there's that. Let's go to San Antonio. There it is right there. So, yeah, they all ended up in with the team, which is fine, as long as they have them. I'm interested to see how fast that would play, just using the team card. It's kind of an average of everybody, and you don't really look up anything, so I'm kind of wondering how that would work. And then we have Indiana. There it is. Okay. Very nice. Oh, yeah, duplicates? Oh, okay, yeah. I've never... Well, here's the thing, Randy, though. Is it a duplicate, or is it... because if they play for two teams, they get Team A, Team B, and a generic card. What happened here? Where's Indiana? I get two Indianas. Oh, no, look at that. I just jinxed myself. I get two Indiana cards. Okay. Yep, I get two Indiana cards. That's never happened before, so I'm kind of hoping I'm not missing something else. I've never had a duplicate. Not with anything out of Joe. All right, so hopefully I have the Phoenix team here. Truck Robinson, Davis, Kelly. There's my son's card. And there's Phoenix. Oh, so you did get some duplicates, huh? I'll bring that up to him. So hopefully you're not missing anything. Sometimes an extra will happen. All right, then we have Detroit is the last team. Isaiah. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Whew. There it is. As I shoot him around the table here. So Lambier was with Detroit this season, too. Okay. Alrighty. That's the great thing about Joe's games. You can do as play because he has everybody. All right, so now let's take a look at what's going on here. So we have the Montana Golden Nuggets, and then we have Lancaster. We have some generic cards here. We've got Montana, and then we have Maine, and we have Billings, Anchorage, Rochester, Atlantic City, and Rochester again. Back to Montana, Lancaster, Atlantic City. So those should be the... Oh, and then we have Alberta, right? How many teams were there? Oh, we get two Atlanta. Oh, I think there was just 8. So So then we have Lancaster. So we'll just put that off to the side. Back to Montana, Alberta, Rochester, Maine. Maine is right here. What set sold out? Did I get the last one? So Alberta, that must be Canada. So we got Maine and Canada. That could be a fun little matchup. Lancaster, Billings, Anchorage. You know how I like to play my crazy teams. I call them crazy because they're different. Oh, the 81-82 sold out. Oh, so that's why he had it on sale. He's trying to get rid of it. I got real lucky when I went online and had that. I was like, oh man, this is great. I got all these teams now, and some teams maybe I'll play, and maybe I'll play some more. Greg Cornelius does a nice job over there. Back to Montana, Lancaster. Take me down to Atlantic City, Rochester, Alberta again, Rochester. And we have some Maine and Billings, Atlantic City, Alberta. There's a lot of guys in this set. Holy cow. Anchorage. But they're really spread out. Imagine going from Maine to Anchorage for a game. Holy cow. Did they travel? Was this like or did they meet at places and play? I don't know anything about this. Oh, 81's 82. So I might have got the last one or anybody else that got it. So you put it on sale. I grabbed it up. Ooh, I feel so special. So I'm wondering if they did any traveling or if they all just kind of met at a place, because this is, for minor leagues, this is a long way to go. If this is indeed a minor league or a rival league or something like that. So we have 8 teams we can play. Another double elimination fun. What else is out of stock? I got 75, 76, 81, 82, 83, 84, 95, 96. And some of them are on sale. So that's why I grabbed so many. And I took a chance that I was going to really like this game. And so far, I've not been disappointed. There's a lot of guys here, too. Be great if they did that with hockey. You know, if you could buy a hockey and then they had some of the other the leagues with it. You know, the AHL or something like that. IHL teams would be great. Oh, Billings is here. Lancaster, CBA, Montana, U.S. Reed from Montana, Atlantic City, Anchorage, Atlantic City, Lancaster, Russell Boo Bowers. He's got a nickname. Montana's got a lot of dudes. Anchorage, Rochester. Eddie Moss with Rochester. And we have Anchorage again. And Rochester. And then we have Maine. And then Lancaster and Atlantic City. And Alberta team card. And then we have Maine on the CBA. Rochester, Maine, Billings, Anchorage. Last pile here. I'm kind of hoping I find more team cards. And so the 80-81, he has only 2 left. Is that what he said? Maybe there was a run on him. Oh, I found an Atlanta guy here. Ooh, so we got to put that off to the side. So then we have the Anchorage team card. So I found a guy from Atlanta strolling around here. John Drew, 70 games. Yeah, I think I'm going to need him, so I'm glad I found him. And then the Montana team cards. Rochester, Anchorage again, Rochester, Lancaster, Rochester, Anchorage, Maine, Lancaster, Atlantic City, Alberta, kind of the team card here. Maine, this, Montana, Maine, Billings, and Anchorage. Now, hopefully the team cards are in here because I kind of zipped by them again. Alrighty. So the 81-82 Pro Season Deluxe is sold out. So that's what I got. I got the Deluxe. That's why I got it, because it was on sale. A printed copy on sale. It's like, I'll take that. And again, it's just more teams. I'll do it. Tim comes by. Good to see you, Tim. I don't think I've seen you drop by before, but thank you for coming by. And used to go to the Lancaster Lightning play. They played at J.P. McCaskey High School. This in the last season or two at F&M College. Interesting. All right, so Rochester. I don't see the Rochester team card, though. Oh, there it is, Rochester Zenith. That's right. There we go. All right, so the Rochester Zenith are in his house. All right, so here we go. All right, so there's Rochester. How about we do, let's do Atlantic City here, because I have the card right here. So I have the Atlantic City card. And let's see, Miro's asking about Hoops. Hoops is not bad. I have the Hoops PC game. It's a lot like Strat. And it's very good. It's just the PC game, I can't really stream it because of all the pop-ups. Oh boy, I don't have the Atlantic City team card. I'm not seeing Atlantic City. Oh, there it is, Atlantic City High Rollers. Never mind. Got it. The thing is, they look just like the player card, so it's easy to kind of walk right by them. All right, so I'm going to put Continental Basketball Association. So here's the league average. It's kind of neat that they do a kind of a league average of everything here. They have a couple of cards for that. So I usually put that with the extra cards from the guys that play for a couple different teams, if you will. All right, let me get John Drew back to Atlanta before I forget. So we'll get him back to Atlanta, where he belongs. Okay. And let's check, yeah, we'll do Alberta next. Okay. So we have Alberta. There we go. And the Alberta Dusters. That's what they are. Killing you. What am I doing? I should be relaxing you. This should be like a nice back massage right now, right? This is like therapy for us old guys here with cards and dice games, you know. What am I wearing gloves for? Because these things dry out my hands. I don't know what it is when they come from the print shop, but they are so dry it sucks all the moisture out of my hands. So I once in a while will wear gloves when I do this, if I'm doing a couple of seasons, just to save my hands. No joke. And when I play a lot, I notice when I play a lot of payoff pitch. Oh, Gary Carter, look at that. When I play a lot of payoff pitch, and Randy Johnson, holy cow, we got some baseball players here. Jackie Robinson, wowzers. And the Montana Golden Nuggets. Yeah, they dry out my hands. I noticed that when I play a lot of payoff pitch, it's like my hands get really dry. I'm like, wow, they're cracking. I thought it was like the winter heat. Nope. It was the cards. It was the cards drying out my fingers. I mean, eventually, as they sit in the house and the whole bit, it goes away. But the first few games with the new set, okay, there's Anchorage Northern Knights. That's actually a cool team. It kind of reminds me like a fictional set or a what was that? What was that baseball league I got? The Federal League with the Chicago Whales. This is what reminds me of that. Let's go to Lancaster. Each new season should come with a bottle of Palm Olive. No joke, people. no joke. I mean, go ahead and order a payoff pitch or a bank shot. The cards are fantastic. Best cards in the game by far. However, they do dry out your hands when you open them. And Vinny's gonna play his call team. Do you know what I have here? I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I got my corner rounder. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that because corner rounding makes the cards look so good. They really do. It looks like an APA card. But there's a lot of cards here to do it with. So I might, if I play a couple of teams, I might do it just to see how it looks. I thought about doing all the fast action cards. Holy cow, though. There's a couple hundred fast action cards, and it's just like, wow, I'll be all day. My hands will be so black and blue from doing all the cornering. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. I don't really know. All right, so let's go with Maine now. Corner rounder. This is what it is. This is a corner rounder. It's got 3 sides, if you will. You got your large, your medium, and your small. I use medium, and you just put the card in, right, like that, and you hit the corner. And I could do one of these teams real quick. I'll pick a team, and I can bang. I can show you what it looks like. Maine, Oliver Lee. The Maine Lumberjacks, and here we go. Okay. Oh yeah. You need to do that. Yeah. And then the last one here, Billings. Now, there's not a lot of Billings guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could do Billings if you wanted to. All right, so I'm going to take my gloves off because my hands are absolutely sweating now. Here we go. Whew. Yeah, I could try one of these. Show you how it looks. So let me do this. So we'll put down a mat so you can see what it looks like here. Okay, so that's your standard card. So I'll do the small side first. Alrighty. So you can see what small looks like. So you just put it in and press. Put it in, press. Put it in and press. But you got 4 sides. Alright, so that's the small. And then we'll go with the medium. I was doing this one night with my payoff pitch cards that I printed out. Kept the wife up all night. She's like, what's going on out there? All right, so that's the medium. Okay. And then we have the large, which I don't really use the large. And so that's what we got. So we have you can see the small really doesn't do much. Let me spread those out a little bit more here. So the small really is much. The medium I think is the best. The large, I don't know. The medium I think is the best. Yeah, I like the medium too. So let's take a look at this real quick. So the only problem is, now these are fantastic cuts, but you can see how close to the edge. So let's just take this Richard Johnson. Giggity. Sorry. Let's take Richard Johnson. And if I line him up here with let me zoom right in here so we can get in on this. So am I going to be missing anything here? You see how close to the edge some of that stuff is? Right? As I'll get in right here with the light. So I think I'd be all right, but I'd be concerned about this corner here. But I think I'd be all right with that. Okay. So that's the medium large. and nothing card. Okay. So let's do this. I don't mind doing a team here. Again, the Billings team. So I'm going to do the medium, and let's see how it looks, right? All right, I'm wrecking my cards, but here we go. What do we think? What do you think? As Gerald comes by, good to see you. That's what we have. I kind of like it. And they're much easier handling. They're much easier to handle. So what I think I would do is if I was going to play a couple of teams, again, if I'm only going to do 10 or 12 cards, it's not a big deal. And then once they're done, they're done. I mean, that just looks, yeah. I mean, that looks so good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I don't know if you can do more than one at a time. I can try it. Again, this is a team I'm not too worried about. Let me see if I can do two at a time. Yeah, it's kind of tight, though. I don't know if I'd want to. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do two at a time. It's a much better cut with the one. Yep. All right, so there's that. Let me come on a little bit. All right, so I'm going to spread this out so you guys can see it. I mean, you see, I didn't get that corner very good. There you go. You got to get it right in there and snuggle it up, and just take your time with it. So if I was going to play Billings versus, whoever, then I don't know what that one means. I don't know what that is. So if I was going to play Billings against, Lancaster, I would have no problem like banging out a quick team like this and then playing them against each other without having to do everybody. And then as needed, I could chip away at it is what I might do. I kind of think, I kind of like it. I mean, again, look at the difference here. Again, I'm in the way. Sorry. I kind of like it. I do. I kind of like it. So, yeah, and if I was gonna play a couple of teams, I might think about banging them out. Again, with basketball, there's only 12. I could do the team card too. All right. So there's my team card, kind of behind me, if you will. Let's go up in the corner here. And I just got two more. So I have the other team card. And I think the medium setting's the way to go. Also, there's the Billings Volcano team card. And that's it. I'm on my last card. And so the Billings Volcanoes are done. And that's that. So if I zoomed out here. So that's my team. That's my Billings team. I think they look pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not ashamed that I did that either. So what do we have for Billings? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys. Yep, and the team card. Yeah, that's that. Okay, so to give you an idea, okay, so if I was playing a game, I don't know if I can get myself out of the way over here. Let me come over here this time. So if I were playing a game, so I need 5 cards, right? So we're playing. So I'm going to play these. These are my starting 5. And then I'm going to play Anchorage. All right. So it's 5-on-5. So that's what the difference is. If you're playing against another team with cornered versus non-cornered. So, I mean, that gives you a pretty good idea what you're looking at. And this, without the corners, they handle better. They do. Like, some reason, the corners just kind of stick. They get caught. So that's medium. I didn't lose anything. I think it looks pretty good. So that gives you an idea what you're looking at with a corner rounder. I wonder how much we to go to Staples and have them corner round. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the corner rounder was like, I don't know, it was between $20 and $40. It was not a lot. It takes a beating on your hand if you do a lot of them all at once. But if you were to pull out a team, like, luckily Appa does it, so I don't got to worry about Appa football. But, if I were to play a, payoff pitch baseball team, there's 20 guys, so I do those 20 and I do the other team. Now those 2 are done. So I never have to do them again. That's the thing. So now Billings, I never have to touch Billings again if I ever play them. So anytime I want to put Jay Cheeseman on the channel, he's all cut, ready to go. Where did I get the where did I get the cutter? Cut the 2 teams. I'm not following you, Matt. These cards are all done up. These are cards done from the play. So these, I did not do any cutting at all, except I'll show you my Fiskar cutter. I do have the Fiskar cutter that I use for PDFs. Hang on one second. This is my Fiskar cutter. This is the one when I do most of my stuff here. If I take a page out and I print it, it's like, this is what I do on this, and just this pops out right about here. And so that's you can buy these. That's a little knife thing there, if you will. All right, that's just the little cutter. That just slides right in here and goes back and forth on the track. And if you lift it up right at a certain point, it comes right out. And you can buy these replacements, I don't know, like $5 or $10, and you get 3 of them or something like that. So this is my Fiskar cutter. So this is what I cut when I do PDFs and I do make my cuts. This is what I use for my cutter, if you will. And then I have the corner here for the corner rounder, which, I mean, I'm used to the square or the rectangular ones, but doesn't that look so nice? Doesn't that look so nice? So yeah, this was I don't know if it was Amazon or not. This is the brand to get. There's a couple different ones, and this is the one they recommended, the Katamaro, whatever that's called. That was the one. Then you get all the little chunks in the bottom you got to empty out once in a while. But it's got the 3, the medium, the large, and the small. Again, I didn't really care for the large. The medium I almost said it looked like something, but I don't want to get into anything like that. But it just looks, it's snipped and it's really nice. That's all I'm going to say. So I think I would do it this way. I think I would do the rounded corners, just for comparison's sake. And again, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. So now I have, Barbara knows what I meant. But I mean, that's, yeah, so these are my 2 teams here. So we have Anchorage and we have Billings, and that's what we have, And so we have the corners versus the non-corners. And so if I just throw one card down, we can just kind of compare them again. That's what you're gonna that's what the comparison is right there. So it does. It does look nice. So, and if I took a look at if I went back to the cards here, so let me get Richard Johnson giggity out of the way. We have our plane, and then we have our small, medium, and large. Can you tell which is which? Small, medium, and large. I'll get that out of the way. I think that's the large. That's too big. That's barely a corner, and then the medium is what I think. Just it's very Apple-like, if you know. So, yeah, like I said, I will hang on a second. I'm gonna do Boston because I know I'm gonna play Boston. So I'll do my Bostons right now while we're doing it. So yeah, so that's the 4 different styles. The medium's the way to go. So let me take a look at Boston here and see how that would go. So let me just come out just a little bit here. I got a little bit more time before I have to leave for work. So let me just check here that make sure that there's nothing on the corners because you are taking the corners out here. So here we go. So here we go. I'm gonna start with ML Carr. Alrighty, and I'm gonna do it. I'm going in. I can't stop now. So, what do you think? Yeah, put an ad in the local paper. I thought about that. I was like having kids come over. All right, kids, come over, sort some cards and round my corners. And again, I don't think I got to do every team. It's just going to be the teams that I play. Although, knowing me, I will sit here all day and do this just because that's what I do. I have to do everybody. And we'll even do the team card. And the thing, just when you take the corners off, they handle better. Or at least I think they handle better. That's could just be me, but I just think that not only do they look good, they have that professional look to it. It's just the corners aren't catching on everything. Every time I go to do something with the other ones here, the corners are always catching. Catch, and then you take the corners away, and there's nothing to catch on. And as long as you're not, wrecking the card or losing information. So there's that, and so now my Celtics, in a minute or two, my Celtics will be done from 81-82, so I don't have to worry at all about doing them again. You do it once and you're done. So for whoever I play, I'll corner that team, and they'll be done. Tiny Archibald. Again, I'm just kind of putting them in and stomping them out. Every now and then you got to give it a shake to make sure that it's not in front of the blade, because sometimes it doesn't always drop down to a little pouch. Giggity. Rick Roby. He played 80 games. Rick Roby, 80 games. Started 4. And by the way, if you saw yesterday's broadcast, I don't know what this 33 is. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's their number or... I really don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm cutting some corners here, ain't I? Let's come out just a smidge. Okay, I don't think it's their number on their jersey, Oh, their age, yes. Yes, why didn't I think of that? I'm not that smart. Although somebody had a 1. I did see somebody had a 1 on one of the other things, so... But let's find out, so... I get that one? I don't think I got that corner. No, I didn't. You got to make sure it's like right in there because it does wiggle a little bit. So you got to make sure you get it. So was Larry Bird 25 and 81 and 82? Probably. Parrish was 28. Imagine that. 25-year-old Larry Bird. When I was doing all these a lot, I had the switch hands. And that is that. So there are your 81-82 Boston Celtics. Now, I'll give you an idea how they look compared to some other card. Okay, just give you an idea. So, that's an APA card right there. So, let me get these out of the way. So that's an APA card, if you will. And I do like the APA cards. Yeah, and these just handle better. I don't know what it is. They handle better without the corners. Just when I'm moving them around in my hands, they don't catch. They're just really nice. So that's an APA card. And again, I'll go back to my square card. Oh, let me put a square card over here. So we'll do this. So that's just a kind of general sense of how they look. So it's pretty much an APA card, if you will. So that is that. What do we think? What do we think? A lot of things to talk about, right? A lot of things to talk about, including the Rochester Zeniths, right? That's something we need to talk about here on the channel. So my Celtics are all cut. They are ready for action. They're all cut. They're all not cut. They're cornered. And they look pretty good. Look pretty good to me. I got my corner cutter. And that is that. So, hope you enjoyed this little presentation here, if you will. Moving my light around. It's in the way. Yeah, that is that. So, now I got to put elastics on them all. I'm not sure how many more I'm going to corner tonight. I might corner a couple tonight before I go to work because I don't have enough time to. I got one more brick that I'll probably do later on tonight. Maybe I'll come back late tonight after work and get my one last brick out of the way, which is the 95-96 season. Again, this is a smaller brick because it's well, although there are more teams in here. 95-96, they had like Minnesota and Toronto, and that's why I got this one. I wanted to get some of I wanted to get Michael Jordan first of all, and then I wanted to get some of the other crazy teams. I call them crazy teams. The Timberwolves that just started, and who else was that? So let me go here right now before I sign off and go to work and just tell you why I got that. So if I go to the basketball, and then I go to 95. So what was that? 95, 96. That's what I had, right? 95, 96, right? Yeah. Oh, Charlotte was on. Yeah. So I got the Orlando team, Miami, Minnesota was new. The Vancouver Grizzlies was new, somewhat new. Charlotte, Toronto, and that's about it. The Kings were in Sacramento at that point. So there's a whole bunch of teams here. Oh, Chicago over Supersonics in the finals. That might be a fun one to play. So, yeah. So a few things there. Why I picked up 95, 96. I don't know if that was on sale, but I'm kind of bummed. That you guys said that. That's sideline strategy. And let me go to the shop and Bankshot Basketball. I almost picked this up last Black Friday, and I didn't. All right, so here's the print. And yeah, $50 at a printed game. Well worth it. You got a ton of cards. I think I did the unboxing. You saw all the cards I got. There's a lot of cards. And so 80. Oh, no, it says it's still in stock. 8182 Pro Deluxe Prints. Out of stock. Oh, out of stock. Yeah, it was $22 on sale. And I think 83, 84 was on sale too. Yeah, $19. 83, 84. How can you go wrong with that? That's in stock. I might even go back and get another season. 84, 85, 22. Only 2 left in stock. Oh, it can be back ordered. So 84, 85. Now, that wasn't a Celtics championship. See, I get 83, 84, so I don't think I'd need that. Now, the 81, 82 CBA is $19 by itself, so I got that as a deluxe set. That was unbelievable. 75, 76 is not on sale, and 95, 96 was not on sale. They have 88, 89. Oh, that's on back order, but you can get it. So I'm trying to see what else is here. But yeah, the four items on sale. 82, 83. Well, I have 81, 82. I don't know if I need 82, 83, and 84, 85. But knowing me, I probably do. Oh, it is in stock. Geez, no, for $22, I should pick it up, right? It's $5 off. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just wanted a couple 80s because that's my wheelhouse. The 80s is my wheelhouse. That's why I'm kind of struggling with this because, so I got 81, 82, 83, 84. I got a 70s so I can play the Buffalo Braves. I got 95 so I can play Jordan, some new teams. I don't know if I really need to kind of fill in all those years from the early 80s that I watched it or not. I'm not sure. I suppose I could, but for $22, it's a deal. Maybe I can pick up another payoff pitch season. I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, as Carrie B comes by, thanks for coming by. And that was cool. Yeah, I did. I picked up some on sale, and I don't know. For $22 for a season, though. Yeah, 75, 76 gives you NBA and ABA. That was a deal. I thought I scored with my deluxe 81, 82 that was on sale, plus 75, plus 83, 84. Yeah, I could buy it for the wife and say, hey, happy anniversary, So anyway, all right, I'm Dave. Hope you enjoyed this. You saw the corner rounding. You saw the sorting of the cards. We had all kinds of crazy things happening here before I go to work tonight. So I shall talk to you all later. Maybe late tonight. Maybe let's see how I feel when I get home from work. Let's see how frazzled I am after the playoff games to see if I get my last brick done. Last brick for now. Done. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming by. Vinny, enjoy your set. Thanks for coming by, everyone. Bye-bye.